Hey everybody, my name is Paul, but you probably know me as NY007NY from YouTube. And today I'm actually going to do an interview for the first time ever. I'm going to be interviewing a rapper that I know, an up-and-coming rapper. And his name is James Gardino, but you probably know him as the Jim Reaper. So please give a nice round of applause for my guest today. And here he comes.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you doing?
So, let's start off by asking you about your name.
Okay.
Where did you come up with the name, the Jim Reaper?
Well, the Jim Reaper actually started. We were having a get together, and we were all rapping, and I started dissing some people. So one of my friends said, "You know, you always set out to kill people." So I said, "Yeah, I'm the Grim Reaper," and then I said, "Yeah, I'm actually the Jim Reaper," and then from there the name just stuck.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So now, what kind of performances do you do? Do you only do rap?
No, I do. Right now I'm rapping, but I'm also in the process of learning how to play guitar.
Okay.
So I can expand into soft rock and country music.
So do you know how to play any instruments currently, or is that something that is a work in progress?
No, it's a work in progress right now.
Okay. Now, are you going to focus on solo projects, or do you plan on doing collaborations with other people that you may know? Other artists?
I actually plan on collaborating a lot. A lot of my music, being that I'm not into writing my own choruses, is with other people, such as I've written songs I did If I Die Young.
Okay.
With the chorus done by a band Perry.
Okay.
And I also did Diamonds with the chorus from Rihanna.
Okay, so you basically just take a sample of music that's already out there and you just use their choruses and then you write your own song to it.
Yeah, as a few of my songs. A lot of my songs are done by myself for right now, but I plan on working with other people in the future on the choruses and as well as other rappers in separate verses.
Okay. Now, so you sample some choruses, but as far as the lyrics for your song go, do you write your own lyrics?
Yeah, I write my own lyrics.
So do you write all of your own lyrics?
Yeah.
And walk us through that process a little bit. How does that work?
Well, what I do is I usually take the beat that I want to work with.
Okay.
And then I'll freestyle line by line to that song and write it down line by line, stop, play it back, and keep writing as I go along. Then there's other times where I take the train and I'll be writing the whole time.
Pass the time while you're on the train?
Yeah. And okay. I write the whole time, and lyrics just hit me all the time. So I have a notebook full of rhymes that I haven't even gotten to use yet because of my other writing process where I write to the beat.
And how many completed songs would you say you have already? Do you know the exact number, or do you have about...
I would say between 13 and 18 right now.
You have 13 to 18 full songs already?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
just not recorded yet, or they're recorded, just I haven't released them yet.
Now, do you have any of your tracks online?
Yes, I do. I have YouTube.
And SoundCloud. How can people find you on YouTube?
YouTube.com/thejimreaper.
So they can just go to YouTube and they can search the Jim Reaper.
Yeah. So that's, and I'll be the first person that.
So it's THE
JIM REAPER.
And they can also just search youtube.com/thejimreaper as well.
Yeah, lacking the R.
Now.
There's no R in there.
Oh, there's no R.
No, just the Jim Reaper.
Okay. So is there do you have any music on SoundCloud, or can we find you anywhere else besides YouTube right now?
On SoundCloud, you can find me too. Just search the Jim Reaper, and on on Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm on Twitter, the Jim Reaper 101.
Okay.
And that's where you can find me at.
Okay. Now, where does your inspiration come from? What do you tend to write about? Is it something that you write about events that have happened in your own life? Do you look to the news for inspiration? Where does your inspiration come from?
I say I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
With a lot of my music, it comes back from, whether it be, feeling abandonment from my father, or history with drugs that I had. But I also, ever since I was a little kid, I've always been writing stories.
Okay.
And when I think 6th grade came along, they wanted us to write poetry. I wasn't too excited about it. but when I started writing poetry, I realized that my rhymes were good, and my teachers would say them to the class and everything. So after that, it started. I didn't want to write poetry, but I figured if I could add a beat into it, that that's how I discovered rap.
And let me ask you this: how has your rap been received? What kind of feedback are you getting?
I'm getting back great feedback.
Okay, so that's definitely good.
Yeah. I've gotten criticism, but constructive criticism. A lot of my friends that I talk to, some of them are rappers. So one of my friends is a rapper. He gives me more advice on how to better pronunciate, stuff like that. It's not anything like your lyrics are bad, your beats are bad. It's your lyrics are great. It's just.
But you can improve here.
Production value. Yeah. Working with producers in the future and stuff like that. But that's all stuff that I'm taking in as each day by day how to improve. Every piece of criticism I've gone with it because, even if it's something that I don't agree with, I go with it because I know that is how the fans are receiving me, so I have to appeal more to them. And then, what we're talking about with where I get my drive from, it's also from what I see in the news or what I know on a personal basis. Because, with my music, with my father, with drugs and everything, but I also look at how are other people's lives being affected. In one of my, I did the Hurricane Sandy song.
Okay.
And in Diamonds, it's just talking people how to be, be yourself, no matter like what what government laws tell you or what your mother tells you. You got to do what you want to do at the end of the day. And as well as If I Die Young, I did a small shout out for the victims of Sandy Hook Elementary.
Okay.
So, I also go back to that. What is the world looking for in a leader?
Okay. Now, I actually have been, I wouldn't say performing, although I do have some performances online, but I am very online active. And I know that when you perform or you put yourself out there online, you're always going to have people that are, a lot of people like to call them trolls. Some people I just call them idiots. But there's always going to be people out there that are going to try to drag you down for whatever reason. Maybe it makes them feel better about themselves, or maybe they just have nothing better to do with their lives.
Yeah.
When you see people writing things like, you suck, or I hate you, or, I wish you should die, or something like that. I mean, I don't know if you've experienced that, but I sure have. How do you deal with that?
I pretty much just deal with it as, I deal with people that I see on the street. I tend to ignore it, but I also tend to try to see why they're in that, why they're in that mindset, and that's what a lot of my music comes to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I'm trying to get into country music and trying to get into rock music, because the whole world isn't rap fans.
Yes.
But the whole world is a music fan. And I don't care who you are. Everybody loves some type of music. Even if you just listen to one song that you remember from your childhood, everybody likes some type of music. And I look forward to doing a lot of, separate. I did a freestyle to a screamo beat because
Okay.
I don't want people to say, "Oh, I hate the Jim Reaper." I know that some people will.
Some people are always going to hate you, no matter who you are. Some people hate the Pope.
Exactly, and but I look at it as like, they can say whatever they want, but if, I may not like what they say, but I have to respect them at the end of the day, because they're coming out with their opinion. I might not want to hear their opinion, but if that's what they're going to say, then I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to take it in, and that's it.
Now, in closing, I guess your fans out there and people that are trying to get to know you better, or potential fans, what message would you like to leave them with today? What would you like them to know about you, or what would you like to say about your craft, basically?
I just want to say that, a lot of rap is, people talking about money and, how what their cars look like and, what their girls look like. I like to rap about, real life. I guess in the future, I hope to have all those, glamorous things, but, I want to give back a lot.
Okay.
And whether it means lacking a car, that's fine. But the main objective, for my music is just to reach people.
Okay.
Because, I have my stories, but another thing, I don't want to just tell my story. I want to hear millions of stories.
What other people have to say as well.
And I want to I've always said that, what would it be like for me to meet Eminem? Because
Okay.
Eminem is my inspiration. What would it be like for me to meet Jay-Z? Who's another one of my inspirations. So for me, I've always had the inspiration, if I did make it, the things that I would do to help people and just for them to, have an experience with me.
And before we go, I know you just mentioned Jay-Z and Eminem, but who, other celebrities or maybe even people in your own life, who would you say inspires you to write, to rap, to perform?
My father inspires me to rap. It's not that he was ever there for me or anything. It's just, he inspires me to rap because, if I could say something that makes somebody else be affected and change their life for their kids, or change a kid's life, how to look at his father. That's a difference that I've always wanted, But then I have other inspirations, celebrity inspirations, of course, Eminem, Jay-Z, and then there's people who I look up to, like Ray Lewis.
Okay.
Just because of the words he says, I don't know, with his case ongoing and everything, I don't know what he did, but just the words that he says, thank God every morning that you just woke up, so every morning I do wake up and I say, I take a moment out to thank God that he did wake me up because, he don't have to.
And there's a lot of people who aren't that fortunate.
Exactly, and that's another thing. Before I go, just a little promotion for my next song. One of my songs coming out on my mixtape is called Happy Ending.
Okay.
And there's two stories in it. The one story is about a girl who has cancer.
Okay.
And then the second story is about a kid who wants to be in the military, but he's playing football and he gets paralyzed.
Okay.
But at the end, you'll see why that happy endings. But I've always also looked at it like a happy ending is really just the beginning.
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so before we go, I would just like for you to maybe tell everybody tell everybody again where they can find you on Twitter. What is your handle again? Spell it out for them.
Twitter, thejimreaper 101.
So, the Jim Reaper 101 on Twitter. On YouTube, how can they find you?
YouTube.com and just search the Jim Reaper. I'll be the first one there. Or you could type in youtube.com/thejimreape.
No R.
No R at the end.
Okay. And are you on any other platforms? Maybe Google Plus or Facebook?
I'm not on Google Plus yet.
Okay.
You can find me on Facebook. I have a separate Facebook page for the Jim Reaper, which you can look at facebook.com/thejimreaper101.
Okay.
Or you can find me on Facebook, James Gardino, by my regular name.
Now, one last question about work that you already have out there. You mentioned, obviously, that you have a YouTube page. What do you know offhand what titles you have on there, just in case somebody wants to go to a specific song? Maybe like the one you mentioned about Sandy Hook, perhaps?
I have, that Sandy Hook one is the Jim Reaper, If I Die Young.
Okay. And that's a sampling of the Rihanna song. That's a sampling of the...
A Band Perry.
Okay.
And then I also have Diamonds.
Which is the Rihanna sampling,
Which is
correct?
Rihanna, yeah, that's the Rihanna. And then I have the Hurricane Sandy song out there.
Okay.
And you can also find some of my freestyles on there. It's all out there, And then tomorrow, I'm releasing 9 new songs towards the mixtape.
Okay. So, I want to thank you for being my first guest ever.
You're welcome.
Hopefully you'll come back at another time when you're a little bit more established, or maybe in the future, to tell us what else is going on with you. And I appreciate you stopping by. And I appreciate all of you for watching. So let's show some love to the Jim Reaper. Go check out his works.
And before I go, I will be performing.
You'll be performing right now?
I'll be performing right now.
Oh, well, look at that. He's going to grace us with a performance. Okay. And like I said, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And like always, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would like, if you like this kind of, these interviews, I also have a ton of other videos on this YouTube channel. Right now we're just waiting for Jim Reaper to get ready, and he's going to take us out into a performance. So, again, I just want to thank you very much for stopping by. Click like if you like this video. Please, the way that these videos get around on the internet is when you share them. So if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, please share it with somebody. And maybe even ask your friends to share it as well. And now, here's Jim Reaper performing. What are you performing?
If I Die Young.
And here's Jim Reaper with If I Die Young.
Bed of roses. Yeah. Bed of roses. At dawn. Okay. Yeah. And if I happen to die young, then lay me in the water and let me just float along. Just let me drift away as I become one with nature. And don't cry too much, cause I'll see you in heaven later. Don't mourn my death, celebrate how I lived. Just play my music back and listen to what I did. My music's got a message, you should listen real strongly. You gotta live your life in case you don't have it lonely. We all got one shot, but will we make it the most? I'm damn sure living for I turn into this ghost. So here's my only chance, my biggest opportunity. To all those ones who died young, you all got through to me. To those kids in Sandy Hook, rest in peace to all of you. You changed my life, and I hope you got through to all of us. Gotta live this life, cause it's my only one. Now God forbid I do, but what if I die young? At dawn. Yeah. Bed of roses. At dawn. Okay. Now mom, let me just speak to you. If I die young, I still need to speak through you. You know what I'm about and everything that I am. I've recorded some extra sounds and I'm saving them for the end. If I die young, play it for them to hear. It's my final goodbyes, it's everything that you feared. I need you to be strong and carry on all my goals. And tell my little sisters that they living until they old. And if it ever happens, just know that I'm still viewing. You won't see me, but I see everything you do. So if I die young, keep living your life. I'm 6 feet below, but everything is alright. On a bed of roses. At dawn. Die young. On a bed of roses. At dawn. Send me away with the words of a love song.
Awesome. You're definitely very lyrically gifted. And again, I just want to thank everybody for stopping by. Please share the Jim Reaper's music around if you get a chance, because like I said, that's how things get around on the internet. And let's give this young guy a break if we can, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.